Welcome back to Dark Souls 3. Through the fire and the frames, we carry on.
Most excellent. And I am seeing we are employing that time warp technique again, as per usual.
Starting right off the time.
It's astounding.
Yep, fast forward.
Time is fleeting.
Yes. When you're doing a repetitive run back to the boss over and over again, doing it at 8 times speed is so much better. By the way, every time past this, I just plunged and attacked him.
I realize you're running...
You throw four fireballs at nothing?
Yeah, you are running this at full speed, but don't think we didn't see that.
Behold,
Big
Oh,
Hat
yes, that's-
Logan?
witch.
That's the divination teacher at Hogwarts.
Crystal Sin. Isn't that supposed to be Big Hat, though? Because if I recall properly, Big
that
Hat...
hat is not nearly big enough to be Big Hat Logan.
I mean, he's called Crystal Sage.
It's close.
My general assumption was that Big Hat in the original gets corrupted by the crystal magic, so I...
He also dies in the original, so no, it's not Big Hat.
Okay. Fine. Continuity.
Clearly it's some sort of witch.
How do you identify a witch?
Buckles.
Let's not go there.
That's not a buckle witch.
That's Apocrypha, and you know it.
Yep. I would imagine if it's an old cronish woman casting spells at you, you can safely call her a witch.
Could be a hag.
Well, this is a dude. And also is literally called the Crystal Sage.
It's safe to assume... And sages can't be female?
And phase 2.
No.
Not in the same
Sages can't be female. That would require them to have wisdom.
Oh, wow.
2 subscribers? So as you can see, phase 2, he makes a bunch of clones of himself.
You get shot.
Yep.
Ding!
Well,
I'm gonna guess this is the fight that pushes us over triple digits.
Maybe?
I'd say that your fate is sealed in stone, but that's crystal, so moving on.
Now, this boss is about the only thing that I was actually aware of in regards to this game.
Orbital strike.
And yeah, I'm well aware that the second phase of this boss is just a gigantic pain in the ass.
Yes. By the way, that last swing is a grab, so you cannot block that.
Woo! Ding.
Carrying that over from Dark Souls 2, because fuck you, that's why.
Once again, getting bitten by our no parries rule.
Nope. There's nothing to parry here.
No, you can't parry it. It's
It's a grab.
a grab.
I don't know grabs very well, like I said, first game only.
First game has grabs as well. It's not
Yeah.
super common, but
That's true,
But
you're
not
right.
to-
you cannot block or parry grabs. The only thing you can do is not be where they are grabbing.
Yeah. The grabs in Dark Souls 2, you have the traditional grabs from Dark Souls 1. You also have, I thrust my sword forward, and therefore this is considered a grab.
Oh,
We'll call it a pierce.
you're getting impaled, that's kind of a grab.
So this fight is pretty much why I put the asterisk in the beginning.
Triple digits! Dun, 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 dun.
Confetti!
Yes.
Everyone drink.
This fight is why I put that asterisk in the beginning saying health is not actually for pussies. For the most part, you can avoid damage in Dark Souls games enough that really you have to actually make multiple mistakes in a row or do something really stupid to actually die, which I constantly do, as you can obviously see. This fight just blindsides you with damage.
Right.
It is virtually impossible to keep all three of them on screen at the same time to be able to actually know where the attacks are coming from and dodge them. And also, just because the other two are clones doesn't mean they don't basically do full damage.
Yes, they do full damage. However, they are they have 1 hit point. You can literally throw a dagger at them to kill them,
That's good, at least.
which is why I have daggers equipped, actually, because it is the most efficient way of killing them.
You're also dressed like a Franciscan monk. I'm assuming that gives you some kind of magic resist.
Yes, it's all magic defense. Magic, that damage we forgot to mention when we were mentioning all the damage types. Those can technically hurt you. I have never gotten hit by them, but those can technically hurt you if you stand with them when they come up. I think.
Now, mind you, it is pretty easy to tell which one is the clone and which one is the real one, because clones use blue stuff.
Technically correct, and mostly you want to actually clear out the clones to...
Save yourself the grief.
Yeah, because it's actually pretty easy, especially with some amount of practice, to get at the boss, and occasionally stuff like that happens.
Oh, they home. Oof.
Yep.
Yes.
A little bit.
That
there.
one, like, slowly floating past homes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't actually last all that long, but if you're really close to them, then you kind of dodge around, they will come back at you. Making use of that hitbox again.
Yes. Making use of that jumping again. This is also another one of them where the terrain is basically your friend.
Yeah. Oh dear.
Okay, so no part of this was intentional. Neither that roll nor me casting this heal was actually intentional. I was trying to run, and then I was holding up my shield, which I accidentally, while trying to switch to the Estus Flask, switched to my chime.
Oh, Vince, you don't have to make excuses. We know.
Yeah, breaking all your rules for all things.
And you killed them.
Yes.
I'm participating in this.
So clearly, the accident worked.
Yes.
We're participating in this Let's Play from here on out of principle, but we know that you've sullied it.
Also, spells are in, as far as my rules are concerned, spells are in a very nebulous category. It's not like you can actually block them mostly.
You can, you have a shield.
Let the record
Block.
show.
It blocks like...
Let the record show that this is no longer valid.
I'm not doing a challenge run.
Did 100% magic block shield.
Yeah, you don't get a 100% magic block shield before fighting that guy unless you, like, ever. Actually, I don't think there is a 100% magic block shield in this game.
No.
Ah, thought you were going to hide. Now you're dead.
Not nearly as good at that as the first game ones, no.
The extremely important Twinkling Titanite.
Do you have anything to upgrade that really needs that?
Not yet. The Black Knight shield upgrades using Twinkling Titanite.
Ah.
In case you're wondering why all the looking around, you can easily hear the crystal lizards long before you can see them. So with me trying to actually figure out what the hell
Where
it
the
is.
other one is. Okay.
Yes.
More twinkling titanite.
Yes. Then I realize I have a ton of souls.
Charge into combat anyways.
Yes.
Thinking about it. Oh.
There we go. Yeah.
Nope, I'm out of here.
The better part of valor.
Aha, thou returned, and a fine day it is.
Right, so new boss soul options.
Yes.
Any of them worth it?
Yes, actually. So one thing I didn't mention directly, boss souls can also get you spells.
Ah,
However, we're not getting that spell because it's shitty. But that's the hail that was raining down. It's not actually very good, but that's the hail that was raining down during the boss fight. No, instead we're getting the weapon eventually. Whenever I scroll over to it, the Crystal Sage's Rapier.
Ooh.
It is the longest rapier in the game. It scales with magic, obviously. Most importantly, it gives you 50 item find.
ah.
So it is a farming weapon. And that's me finally getting a Sea of the Giant Tree, thanks to killing Yellowfinger Hazel, which means I can drop it here. For something. I forget which.
Let's find out.
I think it was pants.
Ah, the pants of the giant tree.
Pump-a-rum, pump-a-rum.
Nope.
Yeah, iron leggings.
Ah.
Yes, the pants of Solar.
Ah.
I still can't praise the song.
And we take a break to cosplay for a bit.
I am a bird. Pickle pea.
Unable to praise the song.
So I must hide my face in shame.
And there's some ring switching going on.
Yes, I put the blood ring on because of these guys.
Ah. My old nemesis, Bonesaw. This time you brought the cage match with you.
So that's a cage, not a plank of wood on his back.
Nope.
Yeah.
Like I said, he brought the cage. I can't make a joke. Oh god!
Oh no!
No, what he did bring is his twin brother.
I did not agree to a tag team match.
And the pain. He
2-on-1
also brought-
handicap match for the championship.
By God!
Yes, yes, he did.
This is a travesty.
This was not a tag team match.
And this is me stopping fighting fair.
Trying to hit someone with a fireball.
Ah, the 5-knuckle silver.
It's a classic move. I see you have larger fireballs this time.
Yeah, that's
Fire
the
orb.
Yes, that's fire orb. The upgraded fireball. Slightly upgraded fireball with a slightly bigger AoE, just for reasons.
Well, it's good that you're hitting things with it now.
Yes, it does enough damage to actually justify using in combat. Fireball did enough damage to justify using when nothing else would work.
Just end pot shots, pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay, so now basically back to where we were.
Yes. You can guess how this is going from the fast forward.
Oh, why did I wear all this flammable clothing?
Should we know that I was farming an area where there was one of these and constantly killing one, so I could have actually just killed that immediately, probably.
Ah, well, you know. You got magic.
Herald armor.
Yes.
Oh, that's a conventional fire, not a bonfire. I can't rest here.
Despite actually being a bonfire. But
Yeah, well, you know, yeah. But there's
the
no,
lowercase b.
there's lowercase, lesser bonfire. There's no poker sticking out of it.
If you have a sword in that, it'll be fine.
There's no coiled sword sticking out of it.
No, it's a poker, actually. Apparently it's based on, like, some actual designs for fireplace pokers.
Like, yes, but when we got one earlier, it was literally called a coiled sword.
Yes.
Damn, even they got it wrong. I mean, fair enough, that makes sense. I guess I...
It also could be in this world that is very dependent and symbolic on fire. A fireplace poker became a weapon.
I mean, it's fair enough.
I mean, you can't use it as a weapon. Even the one we got, it just
Called coiled sword.
when we got it. When we pulled it out of that one dude's chest, the game called it a coiled sword.
Yeah.
Well, it's good to know that's finally been settled.
Maybe just assume that everything is a weapon, so it's like, that's just a fire poker. It's a coiled sword!
Oh!
No, it's... Oh, you're done.
Oh, wait, no, you're
No.
fine. Actually,
No,
you're
not
hardier than I thought.
See, that's the thing, though. They do assume that everything is a weapon, but they don't necessarily have to name it like a weapon for that to do so. Hence why you can use a ladle in 2.
A ladle's a weapon. Bludgeoning weapon.
It's a weapon against soup. You are maiming and consuming the soup.
Now you're dead.
Now I'm dead, yes.
Oh!
That was
Extra dead.
You are, in fact, dead, literally a foot and a half from the bonfire.
Yes.
You gotta love the insult, though.
Just far enough away.
Hey, buddy.
They're on to you.
That's why you pull out your bow.
No, I'd get a bail fast enough and get like one bow shot. That doesn't do enough damage to care.
Nope. Come on.
Just continually throw fireballs at it.
What kind of assassin are you?
One that's terrible at dodging.
One that has killed you before.
Well, it's true. That is the mark of successful assassin. So I take that back.
Also, to be fair, I don't think he's an assassin. I haven't seen him cast a single sorcery yet.
Definitely not an assassin considering the area.
I was gonna say the assassins in Dark Souls have a lot more in common with the Unseen University than I thought.
Based on his attire and his choice of weaponry, clearly he's a misunderstood neutral good drow fighting against the stereotypes.
Yes.
He hasn't summoned a panther yet.
Understand that all drow consist of, neutral good, guys trying to shake off their evil kin's reputation.
Of course.
The whole race is like that.
What was this grand treasure he was guarding for us to go through all that trouble? Actual worthwhile.
That actually
Yes.
sounds pretty important.
It's a set of umbral ashes to give to the
Right.
Shot City.
It's also kind of plot.
Kind of
Games don't
plot.
have plot.
Read the item descriptions. That's where all the plot lives.
As I said.
Now, what's the importance of these ashes in particular? Because I know
They expand the inventory of the shop.
Oh, in a gameplay sense too, but in a lore sense, you say it's plot relevant, Vince.
Well, those ashes, all the ashes are of someone who died in one way or another. The items themselves are fairly lore relevant for
Most people do, in fact, die in one way or another.
Yes.
Generally,
around
yes.
here, not actually.
I mean, permanently is being the question.
As you can see, I can climb down a hill via.
Of course, you gain the spider shield, plus your spider.
Limitation magic.
I mean, to be fair, you weren't really climbing down the hill so much as you were gently hovering a foot and a half off the surface of the hill, gradually drifting down towards the ground. Just happened to look like walking.
Yes.
He learned it from tribes.
So yeah, now that those guys respawn, so after I kill them, I can just go back to the bonfire and come back up here and have all my stuff back to deal with this area. Which is fun, because,
The puppy.
because obviously that's the only thing in this area. Certainly not a bunch of archers and even more dogs.
Gonna set the whole forest on fire, asshole!
Trees are remarkably fire resistant in Dark Souls.
Also resistant to giant arrows fired by a giant.
Yes. Everything's resistant to giant arrows fired by a giant except people.
Enemies of the giant. Allies of the giant are perfectly fine.
No, it's true. There are magical arrows. Or ballista bullets, if you wanna.
Magical arrows of vengeful friendship.
It was easy to make friends with them. All you had to do was explain that it was just a misunderstanding.
Please don't shoot me. Oh,
Okay, we're friends now.
at least you asked.
You and me, we're gonna be besties.
Unbothered soul. Dog. Assistance. Shields make dogs too easy.
Or reach weapons. Even Bloodbar didn't have too much of an issue with them. Or guns. Guns especially help.
Only cowards shoot dogs.
I'm of the opinion that in life, guns can solve most problems.
Even an unlife here. But say you don't have guns in D and Dark Souls.
When you solve a problem with a gun, you rarely have the same problem twice.
I mean, it can create other problems.
So many other
I
problems.
never said it couldn't.
Just the current problem, sure. Oh, flaming arrows.
I need to hang this picture on a wall, but I need to drill a hole first. Bang! There we go.
Sir, we have reports of a discharge of a firearm in your residence? Yeah, I was hanging a picture.
Look at it. Ain't it lovely?
What?
As you,
Make a hole.
as you
That
can see, I was,
is a lovely picture.
as you can see, I was challenging myself by doing that entire area without drinking an Estus flask. By challenging myself, I just really didn't realize what my health was.
They self-impose challenges. It just comes naturally. You're a madman.
Like forgetfulness.
Right, now we're back to the architecture made entirely out of gravestones.
Yep.
Yes.
So, most of Lothric.
Well, you always put graves near cathedrals.
Well, that other place was a park.
Okay, so yes, no, graves, castles, cathedrals, parks. We're gonna say those are the four components of Lothric.
Parks. Places without gravestones. Gravestones.
Suicide bombers.
Yes.
Cathedrals contain gravestones.
Yeah.
Castles?
Everything.
Made of gravestones.
Yes. And that is everything. The land is mostly castle.
Got a good bumper crop of gravestones this year. Gonna be able to build that barn. Made out of gravestones.
So is anyone paying enough attention to remember whether or not this place said its title already?
Nope.
It did not show its title yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm assuming this is the Low Cathedral or whatever the hell they kept talking about.
Yeah,
The
this is the cathedral where they took people for sacrifice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, right. It took a while to
The
get
Cathedral
there.
of the Deep.
Yeah, you had to go through the forest of crucifixes, which occasionally had crucified undead, so they at least lived up to its name.
I think we went through the crucifixion forest and then went to a side area.
Yes,
in
they
the
went to
bog.
Bogwarts.
Yes.
The Valley of Sacrifices, whatever it was called.
Yeah, it's sort of. The Road of Sacrifices is kind of like one where those lands of the lords kind of intersect. So basically, Farron Keep and the Crucifixion Woods is the lands of the Abyss Watchers. The Road of Sacrifice and the Cathedral of the Deep, and the Road of Sacrifice connected the Undead Settlement to the Cathedral of the Deep, so all of that is contiguous with the starting area.
This is a lovely travel.
Oh, look, somebody praying.
Yes, there's somebody praying to the
Kill
Mother of
them.
the Forlorn. So, the cathedral's had a recent conversion, but previously they were worshipping Velka,
Ah,
much like the rest of the Way of White does now.
The ash to kindle flame.
And yes, he's praying to the statue of Velka.
Don't mind me, just gonna...
Yes.
and presenting himself.
Yep. Then you bugger him with a speed.
Don't mind me, just gonna rest at this scorch mark in the carpet.
Oh no, I've been backstabbed.
So this NPC is DLC number 1. Rather, this is how you enter the first DLC.
Not an ashen one, the ashen
There's
one.
Ashen one. Those are the problems.
If there aren't any others, I'm very important.
How long I've searched.
Don't seem to be doing much searching. You must be prostrating.
He's searching that tile very specifically with his head down.
He's also
Something
contact
here. I have
lens.
to find it.
You could assume he was searching beforehand. In fairness, no one would actually be hanging out in this place.
Mean to fall apart.
Who would be hanging out anywhere in this world? Except for maybe Firelink Shrine.
Kindness to
Granted, considering everyone is basically hollow in this area.
Yeah.
us in the cold land of Ariandel. I need you to show her flame.
Farmer Arundel. The Farmer Arundel.
The rot away.
Oh, that's a lot of rot to burn away.
If you
Everywhere.
our ash, then it must be fire that you seek.
Does Ash seek fire?
Yes, that's kind of part of this plot.
Well, I understand that's what he's saying, but I mean, literally, ashes are the byproduct of fire.
Just a moment, then.
Well, ash is what's left when a fire has burned out.
So Spire is your dad, so you're trying to find your dad.
He
really
went
sad.
out, he went out for cigarettes long ago.
True. With which he lit because he was fire.
Go on.
Oh, the fate of a painting.
Oh, okay.
Not that one.
Okay. Damn it.
Related to that one. Maybe.
Seems
Somehow.
like a trap.
Told you. Nobody
Oh no!
gives a shit about
Oh, damn it.
Yep, this was a trap.
That's one hell of a
This was a
handshake.
bad idea.
I can't believe he fell for it.
I told you. Nobody gives a shit about your magical painting world and your goddamn deviant art half-dragon furry.
But there was a person just here.
Yes.
He went
This is
inside my
not the
painting.
painted. This is not the painted world of Ariamis.
Ariandel. On the other hand.
Exactly. It is the painted world of Ariandel. Totally different.
How's it going?
Hi.
Don't mind me.
Have you just arrived?
Would you like to look at my growths?
Just how long has it been? Rejoice, my new friend. For this is a true haven of the forlorn, the cold and gentle painted world of Ariandel. Quick, go along. Find one for
Sure.
yourself.
Find one. Let me just.
Bed
Oh,
to lie
back away slowly. Not turning my back to you. Ever.
I'll sleep on the cold hard ground, thank you.
We've all seen
Yeah, I'm seeing one right now.
but you're safe now. Let it ease your burden.
Look, you know how it goes. You lay in a nice bed of rot for a while.
I'm home for you.
You turn to
So,
that.
I
Other way around, that's a Corbian, which.
Oh,
apparently they turn-
okay, yeah.
They turn to that first and then come here. Or something.
quick, go along.
find your own, damn it.
Find one for yourself.
No, seriously.
No, yours is very nice. I'm
Yeah.
just admiring it for a while longer.
It's a lovely rot bed you have.
Ryan Blue Moss Clump. Did. gets rid of frostbite buildup and frost.
It's the start of your rot bed.
Well, time to furnish your home here. You should just live in here now.
Yep. There's a bonfire and the developer message I ignore. Right, so join us next time for Not the Painted World of Ariandel, for God's sakes.